In the early years of my testing career, I felt in this beginning that I was not communicating enough. I had problems conveying my message, understanding what others were expecting, and it took me some time to understand that. And with time, I realized that it was not just me. Initially, I thought it was just me who was the oddball there. With time, I felt that there were a lot of other software engineers who were going through a similar problem, who were also not communicating enough or not communicating well. The severity of it, or the distinct difference between people from other professions, got a lot clearer when I enrolled in my MBA and figured out that generally people from software industry were not social enough. They would shy away from social interaction, whereas people, let's say, obviously from marketing or some industry like that, they wouldn't have such a problem. And it kind of had an impression on me, and as to why our engineers generally in our industry have this problem of being socially inept. Don't get me wrong, there are people who are introverts, and they could be of any different walks of life, but it's more prevalent in software engineers compared to other ones. So why do software engineers have this problem, or have this personality trait? I feel programmers or software engineers generally spend a lot of time coding, spend time with machines rather than humans. And I still feel the day I haven't coded enough, or I haven't been doing a lot of scripting, I feel that it wasn't a productive day anymore. And I think a lot of people in the generally around me have that same feeling, and that's just because productivity for us always meant to write more line of codes, or just thinking more on the product itself rather than talking to someone about it. Every one of us would know at least one person on the team who is absolutely great with finding out or debugging a problem. You would show them a very small behavior change in the product, and they would be able to pinpoint very quickly as to where the problem might be for the most part. But those same people, when it comes to explaining that same problem to someone else, or communicating that problem to, let's say, higher management, generally they would be very they wouldn't be that good at it. They wouldn't be that good at communicating that. And that's a clear example for the most part that those who are good at coding are not that good at interactions. And that's only natural, that if you are naturally if you've spent your time doing coding, obviously you weren't interacting or communicating with other people at that time, so naturally that part of your personality isn't that developed, let's say. So the question begs, is there a necessity for engineers to be more communicative? Their job is to program anyway, or test anyway, right? That's what their main job is. So but then why do we need to be more communicative? For two reasons, I feel. Firstly, the landscape of this industry is rapidly changing. There was a time when we had big corporations with big structures, and each person was kind of a little cog in a big wheel spinning around. With time, in the internet age, things have changed a lot, and they are under rapid change currently as well. So that we might no longer be having a lot of big cogs or a lot of big wheels or industries or machines in which they would need small cogs to fit in and just do a repetitive task. Uh, with time, each person on the team is responsible in some degree to generating business, or how, or is responsible for the bottom line of the business. So yeah, when we do talk about business generation or providing value to our customers at least, then we are talking about communication. So probably it might have been not much of a deal in the past, but now it's, even people at the very grassroots level, they need to be good at communication, and you cannot just ignore that part anymore. Secondly, because of this industrial change, or this change in the industry, the way we develop software has also changed. From waterfall, that's why we transitioned to agile. Probably it was previously, we would interact more through documents with one another. Prepare a document, send it to the other team, they would prepare a document, send it back, so documents talking to documents. But you said no, this is not getting anywhere. Let's humans talk with each other and understand the problem and try to resolve it through communication. And then in that whole perspective, you can see different people from facing the clients, or that's why project managers or business analysts, folks from support, are all a part of this, because again, the bottom line is becoming a responsibility of everyone. So when you have to talk with a lot of people and everyone together has to come on the same page with this idea of what they want to develop and how it's supposed to work, you need to be good at communication. So anyone, I feel, as we move along, as years pass, folks who are not good at communication are going to be left behind, and I think this is a very key aspect in the near future for engineers. I hope this video was useful for you. Thank you for watching, and if you like this, do not forget to subscribe and join us in the movement of redefining software quality. Thank you. Talk to you next time.